Hello and welcome. So today I'm going to be taking a look at the Times Quick Cryptic crossword number 2726 2726, and this has been published on the 12th of July 2024. So I'm a little bit excited, maybe you can hear in my voice. We seem to have a new setter. This one's called ASP, so I don't know if that's a male or a female. What I do know about new setters is they're normally quite tough because you're not used to their style. They use words that don't come up a lot. They have different conventions in themselves. Sometimes you find the new setter, completely new setter. I think this first one, at least, first one I've seen anyway by this person. They're a bit easier to start with, but it could go the other way. So excited to see how this one goes. I'm going to reset the timer and then crack on. One who kills when soldiers do wrong. I'm disgusted about leader of Socialist Party. I'm disgusted. Leader of Party. Bash. Doctor replaces front of record cover. Doctor. Call into question tax introduced by Tory. Okay, well, football team meets referee halfway. It's a long word as well, 12 letters. Oh, excuse me. I would assume that's a proper football team's name, but stimulate ability to understand things we hear. Okay, order straightforward guide. Order straightforward guide. Okay, defends joint title. I would think that's something ending in ship. Defends ownership. Joint being a hip. Ace airman crashed somewhere in the Caucasus, so that's probably an anagram of. Sorry, a hidden word. I keep saying anagram. Ace airmen crashed in the Caucasus somewhere. Caucasus. Scrap outside work biased individual. So work is probably on. Scrap is fight. Biased individual is that's on. Scrap is a fight. Is a bit. Bonnet. Change reflected ups and downs in the main. Change reflected ups and downs in the main. So the main is what we do. C. Yeah. Somehow trace son and parent. Well, I said they have different conventions, new setters, and as shown, I haven't got a single one yet. Assistant promoting last plan. Promoting last plan. Last part of plan. Promoting plan. Assistant is an aide. PR. Jeez. Health resort in country. I mean, that's spa. Health resort is a spa. It's not even an anagram of health, is it? Simple characterization of e.g. poetry isn't wrong. I mean, that must be an anagram. Poetry isn't. E.g. poetry isn't. Okay, so, well, I've got something I can come back to and look at, but redevelopment of mine secures company revenue, so that's redevelopment is probably a mine as a pit. Company revenue. Great gallery means to project information. Great gallery means had an effect before other changes up to now. Had an effect before other changes up to now. Wow. Popular publicity items for popular is normally in. Or hip publicity item for launching entertaining book is unacceptable in PR publicity. Printable Launching entertaining books. That's just could be a book inside of launching in. Golly, what flies to display skill? What flies? Alleged Charlie was first to catch train. Accused? Alleged accused. First Charlie was. So that's just C. Charlie and then was first. I don't think so. Get rid of old lady's area of expertise. Mars. Get rid of Mars. Bar selling other drinks. Bar selling other drinks. Famous performers backing single. Famous performers. Start. Well, there we go. Not a single one on the first pass. And barely a word in there. Wow. One who kills when soldiers do wrong. I mean, I feel like that's assassin, but I can't see why that would be. When is as. Okay. Hey, gosh, yeah, that's assassin, isn't it? Wow, okay. Which is as, SAS, sin. Okay. I'm disgusted about leader of socialist party. There's an S in there, probably. I'm disgusted is bar, I think. I think it's bash. Doctor replaces front of record cover. So look at this one. I've got assistant promoting last part of plan. Assistant health resort. Spa in. Yeah, of course. Duh. Simple characterization of e.g. poetry isn't wrong. Simple characterization is a. I'm going to have to write. Let's have a look then. E.g. P.O. Oh no, what's going on? Assassin bash. E.g. P.O. Oh. I keep pressing the enter key to go to the next clue. Poet. E.g. poetry is. And I'll put an extra S in it, isn't. I don't know what the extra is anyway. Just see if that gives me some ideas. I would think the Y goes on the end. Something like STY at the end. Can't be STY because there's only one S. Okay. Redevelopment of mine. Okay, so maybe that's secures company. Okay, so that's just a straight income, isn't it? Income. Great gallery means to project information. Great gallery means to project information. Or project information. Had an effect before other changes up to now. Had an effect. Here. Not sure. Okay, let's look at this one. Call into question. Tax introduced by. Call into question. Oh, that's not necessarily in, is it? Let's look at this one. Not particularly convinced. I'm going to leave in there. It must be popular, isn't it? In. Football team meets referee halfway. football team meets referee halfway. Doctor replaces front of record cover. I really want that to be DR, but cover. Is that drain? So record is a... No, drain wouldn't be, would it? But record's a log. Assistant promoting last part plan. I want that to be an aid. But if it is aid, I can't see why it is aid. Promoting last part of plan. I mean, at this point I might as well be in the 15 by 15. This is I said in the intro that you can either get really easy. I mean, to be fair, some of those clues are they're hard. You know, there's only two. I've only got 3 clues. They're not easy. They're not been difficult though. Defends joint. So joint is a hip and defends ends in S. So title is. It could be lordship. It could be. It can't be lordship because it doesn't fit. But it could be something like a lordship. It could be a stimulate ability to understand things we hear. Stimulate ability to understand things we hear. Order straightforward guide. I mean, I'm getting no inspiration off these clues at all. Ace Airman is the RAF. Maybe. Somewhere in the Caucasus. I mean, the Caucasus is somewhere that I don't know, so I don't think the setter would expect you to know where the Caucasus is or anything about it. They might, but that makes me think it's more likely to be a hidden word in there, especially with the word somewhere in there. Ace A. Okay, let's assume actually that I've got that M, which means I've got, maybe it is somewhere in the Caucasus, which airman, anagram airman. So Ace for A. If that was an M there. I'm going to leave that A there. What flies to display skill? Look at this one. Get rid of old lady's error of expertise is your... Well, your error of expertise is your mastery, but then... And Mars seems like... Ladies, old ladies is normally Mars, as in... Mar, and then the S for Mars. Get rid of... error of expertise, that is your I can't think what it is. So look at this one. Bar selling other drinks. Not bar selling, sorry, I'm looking wrong. Scrap outside of work. I mean, work could be an opus as well. Biased individual is bar selling other drinks. Okay. Wow. Hidden word indicator got drinks. Wow. Ingot being in there for a bar. To be honest, I went looking for that with the eye. Scrap outside of work. Biased individual. I think that's a bigger, isn't it? Scrap is a bit. Work is go. Really? Wow. Wow, this is just. I mean, first form was a star. Backing singers. Singers rats? Rats singers? Famous performers. Noted. That looks like, okay, is unacceptable. I thought I was going to get a BLE there. Popular. It can't be unacceptable. Ending in BLE again, can it? Somehow trace son and parent. So somehow trace son looks like an anagram of trace son. I'm going to have to write those letters down in case. See, trace. If there's an anagram, but it could just be an S on the end of the word. Saying book is ouch. It's all I can say about this one. Ouch. Doctor replaces front of record cover. So the cover is, drain isn't a cover, so I don't think it'll be drain. Front of a record. A record is a log. It's an EP and LP. But those aren't enough letters. I need a 4 or 5 letter word here. Well, I need a 4 letter word for record. And then putting a DR in place of it, maybe. But even that I'm not sure about. I mean, probably DR is the only thing that would work. Assistant promoting last part of plan. I mean, I want that to be an aid, but if that's an aid, promoting last part of plan, promoting would suggest put it upwards. Editor doesn't make any sense. Last part of plan. I mean, last promoting assistant. PA. Last part of plan. So, assistant being a PA promoted. Last part of plan. Where do I get 2 more letters? And what does plan? So I'm gonna have to have a go at the anagram of this, aren't I? Right. On pen and paper. So E-G, E-G, P-T-R-Y, poetry isn't simple characterization. Golly, there's no ing on that, so so it could end in ing. Airman would fit there. Yeah, that'd fit the if there's an anagram of airman. I'm still no closer to what that might be if it is. I mean, I'm really guessing in the wind that could be Mars and that could be ing. This has not been much fun. Change reflected ups and downs in the main. So, tide. So yeah, tide backwards is edit. So change. Oh no, I'll say. Well, again, so is it edit? I think it's change reflected. So edit backwards becomes tide. I think. I'm not convinced. You know, I'm 20 minutes into this. Got 1, 2, 3, 4 clues, 5 clues, 6 clues, 6 answers so far. I'm 20 minutes into it. Alleged. Charlie was first to catch train. Alleged. I mean, yeah, alleged ends in D, so that makes some kind of sense. What flies to display skill? That's probably art, isn't it? Skill is art. So, display. What flies? So there's going to be a type of animal, well, bird I suppose, a type of bird or a plane, could be a plane even, some kind of plane, with those words meaning to display, so to show, to out. Okay, stimulate ability to understand things we hear. I mean, I'll break that clue down to stimulate is to ignite. Ability to understand things we hear, and then ability to understand, and then things we hear. I mean, it could even be a homophone of that one. Football team meets referee halfway. I'm just flicking now because I'm trying to find something to get a grip on. Call into question. Tax introduced by Tory. So that's a con, isn't it? Con, Conservative. Introduced by Tory, so introduced by con. Tax is VAT. Call into question you, con. Confab, con. Flab, question. Call into question is to con. Drive, con. I mean, at least that gives me the in, kind of suggests that it's probably in publicity item for launching, entertaining. Is that acceptable? In. I want to put incontrovertible in there, which is just a random kind of chucks on it. And great gallery means to project information. Means makes think of average. Had an effect before other charges up to now. Up to now, had an effect before other changes. Sorry, up to now, had an effect before other changes. Up to now. It's a long time since I've struggled on a crossword like this, to this extent. But I mean, this one defends. If you defend someone, you back them. Okay, let's go through. Assassin, that one, got that one. Doctor replaces front of record cover. That could be replaces front record cover. See, I feel that's like DR and then say, and that gives us a cover. Cover is okay. My best chance here is to sit and look at this anagram, really, isn't it? Simple characterization. It's got 2 T's. N G P R Y, and then 2 E's, an O and an I. Sitting Bray. Strop, string, can't be string. Simple characterization of e.g. poetry is wrong. I mean, I think that has to be an anagram of e.g. poetry, isn't? Simple characterization is a somber, sot, sit, set, spr. I think it's worth thinking about this cover record. Look at it this way, so what letter have I got? An E. So I'm looking at this clue here, but using the letters of this anagram to try and see if I can get an answer here. O, I'll get a place letter, unlikely. No. T. So what am I looking for in cover? Draft. T. N. I mean, train looks good at this point, but train really isn't a cover. Unless I'm missing some part of the definition. So if that's an N, that would have to be an E. Song. But I've got the N. Well, the N doesn't have to go down the bottom, does it? E, I, N, G, cover, G, P, R, Y. Great gallery means to project information. I mean, I would. Let's look at this one. I thought that was famous performer. Backing singers. Famous performer is a star. Singers rats. Does that make any sense? Don't make any sense to me. But we've got an S on the end, so I mean, if that was rats, and I don't see why it would be, or star, should I say, then looking at that anagram, if it's an anagram, I've got AEO to go there, A. Get rid of old ladies. Area expertise. Wow. Current half an hour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 clues completed. I have not done this badly on a crossword. Yeah, a quick crossword in a long time. Probably since I was a beginner 2 years. I'm just going to take a swig of tea with the mic. Football team meets referee halfway. Great. Gallery means to project information. No, I thought that's Tate. Gallery keeps Tate. Means to acetate. Really? Wow. I mean, that's... Wow. Acetate's a long time ago since anyone used that to project information. I mean, overhead projectors, I think that's meant to do with. Call into question is to conjecture, tax, vex, call into question, tax introduced by, excuse me, a couple of these just hit me a bit, concert, call into question, tax, and tax could be like to vex, not just like a VAT tax, it could be to vex someone. Contest. Call into question. Contest now. Contest. Wow. My word. 31 minutes. So what have I got? 31 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 done in 31 minutes. In 30, wow. Had an effect before other changes up to now. I mean, that looks like an anagram of other. Oh, sorry, yeah. Had an effect before other changes. That makes me think other is going to change, which is OTH. Het. Had an effect is to hit, hitherto. Wow. Hitherto. Oh my word, this is fun, isn't it? Guide, no, order straightforward, guide. Order straightforward, guide. Order. Direct. Okay, just a triple definition, very good. Clap. Football team meets referee halfway. I mean, I'm looking at that, keep thinking Hamilton Academicals, which it clearly isn't, but football team. I mean, I can't think of that being anything but the name of a football team, given the clue. I mean, yeah, there's no question mark on the end, so it's not a cryptic kind of clue. Halfway in, now football team intermediate. There we are. Meet halfway, intermediate. Wow. Well, at least we've got some more clues on the board. In, what's this? Okay, so in, I'm going to have to read that out. Write that out horizontally. Inadmissible, I think that is. Which I feel if that's the case, yeah, an ad in popular advert item for launching missile admissible with a book in it. Miscible. Wow. I got another letter from my possible anagram here. But the more, every time I look at this, it looks like it could be an anagram. Especially with the R on the end. A potential R there as well. Somehow trace sun. I mean, that looks like an anagram. Somehow trace. I know what it is. Ancestor. Which mean, I can only see that as being star, but I don't know why it'd be star. And if I'm really honest, I don't care whether I complete this crossword successfully or not, really, unless, you know, there's too much going on in it that's just been unenjoyable. Right, well, got some progress made, and I've got the kind of this side done. And if I can get this long one down here, which, yeah, all I've done is ticked off a letter there, an E, got an E gone, good. I mean that. I'm just hesitating, trying to figure out how to approach this str. I mean SE. I've still got another E left. Set simple characterization is a SET. SOT. SOG. I literally have to just try every letter, I think, yeah, at this point. O-I-E-I-Y, say, civic, yeah, and that's only in the hope that it might just set. And set would send, what's that, send? Okay, let's go, I'm really brute forcing this now. Set oi, set I, set, could be set. Let's keep going for a moment. Setten, set, sent. Just wondering if that could be NT. Oh, sent. Stay on target for what I was doing. Stay on target. Set G. Set P. Set tree. Set Y. Sen. Seg. Sep. I've momentarily got bored of doing that now. I mean, I think that's aid. And again, don't really understand why that would be aid if it is. Promoting last part of plan. Plan media. Last part of plan. Media. What have I got? I forgot center. That leaves me. G P R Y O I and another T, I think. Do you know, I did the 15 by 15 yesterday, or for the day before, and I was closer to finishing that than I am finishing this one. I mean, in some ways, some of these clues haven't been hard, but they haven't been quick. I can see why someone would rate it as a quick crossword, but you have to be an expert at the 15 by 15 to drop down to this, I think. Get rid of old lady's expertise, so maths. Get rid of area of expertise. Well, I can tell you today, quick crosswords are not my area of expertise, apparently. Ace Airman. I think A's right. Airman crashed. Oh, Lumanek, Armenia. I suddenly do know what's in the Caucasus. So I kind of knew it was somewhere over towards Russia and the old Soviet Union. So, alleged Charlie was first to catch train. Alleged. Charlie was first to catch train. Alleged. Okay, that could be an ing. And then that isn't an n though there. In fact, that can't be an n there now. So. I like to think that's an ing. I don't really know if it is, but it could be an int at the end, I suppose. In fact, yeah, I mean, the only letters that really go there are I, E, Y, not R, not P, G, G could be ing. Okay, let's take out ing and see what that leaves me. E, O, T, T, P, R, Y. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Store. Ooh. E.g. poetry isn't, so there's definitely only one N there, so that cannot be an N there, so that definitely isn't drain. That's my good news of the day. Cover. Hold on a second. Stimulate ability to understand things we hear. Defends leadership. See, leadership wouldn't fit there. Defends. Oh. So there we've got, how many we've got left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 left. 45 minutes into this. What flies to display art? Flies to display skill, should I say? My thinking of animals or planes and type of aircraft. Aircraft, there. Okay, aircraft. Stimulating ability, ignite. And if that was ignite, I don't know if it is, but kind of a T in there. Alleged Charlie was first to catch train. Stimulate is to ignite. Ability to understand things is to cognate. I mean, that would be a... There's no anagram of ignite in there, is there? In things. Title. Comradeship. Comrade. confronting censorship. Doesn't fit. I'm just guessing out words that fit. Defends joint title. Comment. I mean, it's not. I can't even think of a word that's long enough to go in there at this moment. I've got T there though, so back to the trawl of the alphabet, so to speak. Another letter ticked off in my my 4 letters in place now. For this, so what have I got? I've got S, something, 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 E, something, T, something, 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 N, something. And I've got lots of letters to put in there. So I've got rid of T and the N, I think. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 letters to put in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 letters to put in. So could have a T there, because there's 2 T's in the anagram. Could be spree. If it's spra, then there would have to be an E or I, I think. Sop. I'm just going to try ing in there to try and get rid of some letters from my attempt at anagramming this. If that was the case. I've only got P-R-Y-O, P-R-Y-O-T left to put in there. Is that right? I've got another letter somewhere. P-R-Y. Another E, I think. See, I keep saying simple characterization and thinking that needs to be simplifying, but it clearly isn't. Characterization is a I mean, to be fair, well, in fairness, the words actually in the clue, so in the crossword, actually haven't been difficult words themselves. I mean, hitherto it's a little bit out, and acetates, in terms of the definition, it's a weird, but acetate isn't something I haven't heard of. Intermediate, edamistful, bigot, tide, all these things are, you know, things I've seen. Aircraft, assassins, well, I haven't seen air assassins, but, so, income, so, that suggests this isn't going to be a word that's too out there. Oh, I haven't got a T there, I'm just putting that in as a test, aren't I? Oh, what would that be? Alleged. Alleged is... Well, you'd think that's got to be an ED. Charlie was first catch boarded. If you catch train, you... Ability to understand. Stimulate ability to understand things we hear. Just going to look back at the old lady again. Get rid of old lady's area of expertise. Get rid of is to ditch. Old lady's area of expertise. 49 minutes. I've still got 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5, 6, 7 to go. Wow. Get rid of old lady's area of expertise. Yeah, that could be drain, but expertise. I mean, I would think this is I was going to say Nan, but Nan doesn't really fit there. Old lady Nan, Ma. Your expertise is normally your defends. Title. Title. Defends joint. Title. Defends joint. So defends joint. So it's like hip. Stimulate is to I'm going to have to, as I said before, I've got to point unless that kind of I figure something different in there. But as it stands, I think that's probably going to be aid. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's something different at all. Alleged Charlie was first to catch train. I mean, you board, don't you? You board a train. There can't be an R there. Ball med. No, it doesn't really fit. To catch train is to... And that really suggests it has to start with alleged. Charlie was first. To catch train is to... Alleged. Claimed? Claimed. What would that be? Claimed. Stimulate is to incense. Is it in things we hear in Charlie was first to catch train. So was first is led. L-E-D. To catch train. So what's a train? Aim. Yeah. Wow. Okay. You aim a gun sight on something. You train on it, don't you? Oof. Stimulate in. I won't say incense, but in size. Insight. There we are. Insight. Yes. Okay. Insight. So it's a homophone of insight to understand things. Defends. What's this? Oh, it can't be CA. Could be CA. Defends. No. Unlikely. Not very likely. Coalitionship. Not likely. Maybe CK. No. Championship. Wow. Oh, okay, so I've got a P in there, that's good. Right, come on. I'm going to have to have another go at this yet. I mean, I'm getting closer to getting the letters out of it anyway, so what have I got? Let's write down the letters from scratch. E.g. poetry isn't. So let's cross off what I've got. Got rid of the S, got rid of the E, got rid of a T, an N and a P. So I'm left with E and an I for vowels, and I've got O and an O, and I've got G, T, R, Y. Is that right? So I've got 7 letters on my piece of paper. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come on. Okay, so what have I got? I mean, this is just almost going to have to brute force this, aren't I? I've still got that one next to it there to look at. Get rid of. Come back to that. So and I've got S. So I can end. What can I end this with first of all? Let's have a look. Just need to. I mean, that could be another T. Could be a Y. Pony, piney, penny. Unlikely to be the R. Could be the ing. Could be an E. Unlikely, but could be the I or the O, but I don't think so. Let's try it with an ing there, just because that would be nicer to get rid of some more letters. That would leave me O, E, R, T, Y to fit in that last block. Which means that what did I put in there? O, E, R, T, Y. I don't think that works. So all I can put there is, I can put an O there, I can put an E there. I can't put an R there. Psi, and then what would I put next to the I? Citer, citra, C, psi, O, E. Can only get 4 letters in there, like O, E, R, T. So I don't think it's a Y. If I go with the E, the T becomes store. Oh, stereotyping. 56 minutes to get to here, and I've got 3 left, really. Let's have a look at that in a minute. Let's get cover. I'm going to come back to that. I need to get this one down here. Get rid of old lady's area of expertise. Come on. Something O, something A, something N. Oh, I still won't be surprised if that turns out to be wrong. Get rid of. Area of expertise is your the trouble is these letters are, are quite possibly lots of things can go on there. So do a woman, your forte. Low, co. Domain, do, get rid of. Old ladies, do in. Oh my word! Get rid of old ladies. So do in with Ma in it. I did say Ma all the time, but wow. So last 2 coming up to the L. Oh God. I mean, if that's DR, I don't know if it is DR at this point, but what was a cover? Trace, drake, trace, trame, train, train, trame, trace, trade, drafe, drake. I mean, wow. Drake, drail, drape, cover. Let's just finish with that and then come back to that. I think that's most likely drape. T, drate, dre. Okay, drape is the only thing that would fit that. Why would that be? Doctor replaces front of a record, so what would be a record in there? W-E-T, tape. Okay, drape. I mean, I'm going to have to go with aid in there, aren't I then? Unlucky. I'm not surprised in any way, shape or form. Let's go. Grid. Oh! Aircraft. Okay, that's just a... Oh! There we go. Well, okay, because I put art in there before and then didn't take it out. Didn't retype it. Wow. 59 and a half minutes to get through that. Oh my word. Yeah, I can honestly say that was not fun. Um, but, very pleased to kind of get there in the end. I had the spelling mistake, a typo in the corner. I'm going to call it typo. Technically it's incorrect, but I knew it was aircraft, so just didn't retype it. Wow. Um, I may as well go through the clues because, I may as well. So, one who kills is an assassin when soldiers do wrong. So, when is as, and then soldiers of the SAS, and do wrong is sin. I'm disgusted about leader of Socialist Party. So, I'm disgusted is BAAH, bar, and then leader of Socialist is S, put that in there about that, is a party, a bash. Doctor replaces front of record cover, so that's Doctor replacing the front of tape, which is makes it a drape, a cover, which is a curtain, I think. Call into question, tax introduced by Tory, so you contest something is to call into question. Tax, so introduced by Tory is introduced by Conservative, and then if you tested, if you're taxed, it gives you that bit, context. Football team. Inter Milan, the Italian football team, meets referee halfway. So if you meets referee halfway, mediate is to meet someone halfway. I don't actually quite understand how that passes in terms of what's written down, but it's Inter Milan, and mediate is to referee is to meet someone halfway. Okay, immediate. Immediate is a referee, and halfway is intermediate. Stimulate is to incite. So, and then the ability to understand things is to have insight, which is spelled differently, SIGHT. So we hear things that a sound alike. 15 across, order straightforward guide. So this is a triple definition. So if I order you to do something, I direct you to do it. If something's straightforward, it's direct, and if you guide, you direct someone to where to go. Defends joint title. So defends is champions, and joint is the hip joint, and title is a championship. Ace airman crashed somewhere in the Caucasus. So ace is the letter A, and then we've got airman crashed is an anagram of airman, and somewhere in the Caucasus is Armenia. Scrap outside of work, biased individual. So a scrap is a bit, and work is go. If you have a go at something, you work it. I don't really, if something's working, it's on, I suppose. It's going. It's a bit, whatever about that. But anyway, that's a biased individual, bigot. Change reflected, ups and downs in the main. So the main is always talking about the sea or the ocean. So the ups and downs in the sea are the tide, and change reflected, so edit backwards is tide. Somehow trace son and parent, so just an anagram of trace son gives us ancestor. Your parent could be an ancestor technically. Assistant promoting last part of plan, so an assistant is an aide promoting last part of plan, so I'm assuming that's media upwards with the final letters of media. I don't know why plan is media, maybe there's a different word there. I've got too worn down to try and think about it too long. Health resort in country, so health resort is a spa, and literally the word in is given to us in the clue, which gives us Spain. Simple characterization of e.g. poetry isn't wrong, so that's, as I've spent a long time figuring out, it's a stereotyping. It's a simple characterization, anagram. Redevelop a mind, so we've got INME, redevelop those letters, and securing company, put CO for company in there, gives you revenue, income. Great gallery means to project information, so great is ACE, and the Tate Gallery in London, put them together, we've got means to project information, which is an acetate, which I think is only, well, as far as I know, went out with the overhead projectors, which was in the mid-2000s. I'm sure there's somewhere in the world that still uses them, but they were pretty out of date in the late 2000s, so that's amazing. Had an effect, before other changes up to now. So had an effect is to hit other before other changes. So anagram of other gives us up to now, which is hitherto. Popular item for launching, popular publicity item launching entertaining book is unacceptable. So popular is in, publicity is an ad, as in an advert. An item for launching is a missile, and it's entertaining a book, so we need to put a B in there, and that gives us inadmissible, which is unacceptable. What flies to display craft? Display skill, sorry. What flies to display skill? So aircraft fly, and if you display something, you put it on air, you air it on TV, so you're displaying it, and skill is craft. Alleged. Charlie was first to catch train. Charlie, C, and then was first is LED, lead, and then to catch train, so we're catching a word for train, which is aim. So that gives us claimed. Get rid of old lady's area of expertise. So get rid of. So old lady is ma, and that's within. Do in. If you do someone in, you get rid of them. And then area expertise is your domain. Bar selling other drinks. So a bar is an ingot, and hidden away in selling other is ingot, and drinks is the hidden word indicator. And finally, famous performers backing singers. So famous performer is a star. Backing singers, rats. I assume backing singers. I assume that's back. Yeah, I can't understand why that is. So there we go. 59:29 to get that done. That was wow. I mean, I'm very pleased to get it done in the end, but wow, that was hard going. So that's probably that's the slowest I've been on a quick cryptic since, well, we're in July now, and it's at least back to kind of the early part of this year since I've that long. I think I've had one or two this year that have taken me an hour. So wow, but I haven't been that slow to get that many clues. So there we go. Well, hope you enjoyed that, figured it out some of the way. Hope you watch again.